Google, turn volume up. Finally got all the boxes and bits and pieces out the back of the pickup. It's time to take a look through them. Some of them need fitting, some of them need painting, some of them are only going to be for summer touring use. So let's take a look through the bits and pieces, see what we've got, and let's put together a plan on fitting them to the bike. Okay, so what should we take a look at first? Let's take a look at the wheel graphics. I've actually got a couple of wheel graphics. I've got another pair and I've got these. These ones are actually branded for a Speed Triple. However, I'm going to customise them. I'm going to mix them with the other ones I have. Design something a little bit obviously unique with the two that I've got, merge them in. I don't want it to be over the top, but I want something a bit unique for me. And I want the wheels to stand out a bit more, because I think at the moment you've got that single-sided swing arm. Looks great, but the wheels just don't pop for me, so I'm going to put some graphics on them, hopefully get them to stand out a little bit more. What else do we have? Also for the wheels, moving on nicely, I've got these Triumph branded wheel bungs. So we have a large one, we have a small one for the back wheel. Obviously the large one goes on the larger hold side, and the smaller one on the small side. So I think they're going to help improve the back end wheel look a lot more. Also, if I'm going to be going on touring, at the moment I have the powered in 12 volt socket, which I use for my phone, and I do have a USB adapter. But ultimately, if I'm going to be running GoPros, going to be doing some tours, I want a little bit more power on the bike. So I've bought this waterproof socket. It's got a switch on it as well, so I can switch the GoPros, the power for the GoPros on and off depending on the battery levels. Don't want to leave them plugged in all the time, because obviously that will kill the batteries. GoPro batteries, let's be honest, they don't last very long as it is, so this will help me obviously monitor that, help me moderate the power, keep them charged, but not have them plugged in and powered all the time, because let's be honest, GoPro batteries are quite temperamental. They don't like to be powered while being used. It just kills the batteries, so hopefully this will help me get a little bit of longevity out of those batteries. Moving on, tail tidy. So along with the back wheel and the graphics, I really hate the plastic on the back of the bike, which the license plate and lights are all plugged into. That is just ugly, and it's got to go. So I've actually got some Trident exhaust on order here. Once I've fitted those, I cannot put that piece of plastic number plate housing back on again. That's got to go. So I've been looking for something which will suit my tastes, and I couldn't really find anything out there. Did think about building something, but ultimately this is my garage at the moment, and even though I have use of obviously a friend's house who's very kindly offered to help me fit my bits and pieces, I can't be cutting and bending metal in his garage all weekend, so I kind of bought a couple of bits and pieces, different tail tidies, and I think I'll fit them together to make what I want, rather than actually just designing what I want from scratch. So let's take a quick look at what I've got. This R&G kit, which I got off eBay. Let's take a look, open it up. Ultimately, it's designed for my bike. This is the second one that I bought. Just take all the bubble wrap off. It's basically a piece that fits onto the bike. This covers up all the cables and wiring, but it still has the housing for that light, so I might not use this. I really hate the rear light and the plastic, that rear triangle light. It's a great styling cue for the bike. The bike has triangles and signs of 3 all over it, and I do love that. It's just that rear light. It looks like it's out of the 1990s. It was styled in the 1990s, but for me, I'm sorry, it's got to go. I want it sleek, I want it smart back there, so no more triangle light, no more big bulky plastic, and this won't do the job because it houses the big lights. So what I have bought instead is this. And I love blue, but this might be overkill, so I'm thinking about merging a bit of this and a bit of this together to tone it down a bit. But also remember, the license plate will be covering up a big part of this. But we have, no, I need to, that's fine. So we've got this, and we've got these pieces. Be careful with these not to scratch them. So these all fit together, and you've got the bits that fit your bike. So there's two universal adapters. So I think, if I'm right, the holes do match up, so that's great. This universal one should fit, not that one, this one. So this universal plate will fit my bike into the holes that are already drilled. So that plastic thing will go, we'll fit the new exhausts, the new Trident exhaust, and then we'll fit the tail tidy all at the same time. Still need to order my number plate. I'll get that done this weekend. Then we can move on with fitting the exhausts, fitting the tail tidy, and smarten up the rear end. Moving on nicely, I'll now show you the other bits I've got for the rear end. Just pack this away. Right, now with the tail tidy packed back away, let's move on to what else we've got to go onto that. So once we've taken the piece of plastic off, I don't want to put those rear lights back on either. Not just the brake light and rear light, but the indicators as well. They're really big, they're ugly, they're not LED, they're not very bright, so let's find something that will fit them and do the job a little bit better. And I found these. These are Kellerman's. They're really bright, really bright. But what I love about them is they are turn signals, which we call indicators, brake lights and rear lights all in one, and they are tiny. They're tiny to look at, however, they are super bright. So they'll tidy up the rear end, they'll make it look really discreet, really clean, but when the indicators and lights are on, you'll see them, trust me. You'll be able to see them from the front, let alone the back. This is how small they are. Finger for size comparison. Yeah, you can see they're really small. So I think these will make the back end look really smart, really tidy. Really looking forward to getting those on and seeing how they look. And doubling up with things that do two jobs at once, 3 jobs in this case. I've also bought number plate lights. So these number plate lights, they double up as number plate bolts, and they also double up as number plate lights. So I think with these and the rest of the tail tidy, it will help make the back end look really smart. Hi guys, back. Just had a chat with some of the guys who also park their cars and bikes down here. One of the guys parks his Kawasaki next to mine. The other guys have an Audi which they park in front of me. We were just chatting about the YouTube channel, all the travel that I do, the bike and the Mini. So it's good to talk to neighbours, but obviously when you're trying to record videos it's a bit distracting. But hey, that's life of living in London and having a shared garage. Do I miss my old garage? Yeah, I used to be able to fit 3 or 4 cars in that garage. But hey, you know, I live closer to London now, my commute's really short, so can't complain. Right, I've rearranged the boxes a little bit in order of what I want to show you. So let's start with this one. This is one that will need fitting and painting, and so for this one, so these two kind of go hand in hand. We're all about tidying up that rear end a little bit more. So this is a wheel hugger and chain guard. It's all in one, comes in black, and it looks quite nice. I've seen these fitted and they do look great. I'm not sure how much you can actually see on this, but it's a wheel hugger, chain guard. I'm not actually going to get this painted blue to match the bike. I've seen them, everyone puts them on in black. I've seen a couple in blue. I think they look really good, so let's go for the blue. Let's make it pop, let's make it stand out a little bit more. I think it's something that I really want, so I'm going to go for that. So that is for the wheel and chain guards. I haven't decided yet. I'll put a picture up now. Should I leave it all black? Should I do the wheel hugger part in blue and leave the chain guard black? Or should I just do all blue? Put your comments in the suggestions. I'm not going to get it done till next month. Hopefully this video will be up. Let me know what you think. Should I leave it black? Should I go black chain guard, blue hugger? Or should I just go all blue or all black? Let me know what you think. So that's the wheel hugger. Let's move on to the next part, which I actually really like this. I'm actually really looking forward to getting this fitted. One thing I need to do first is one, get it painted blue as well to match the bodywork. And two, I need to remove that rear grip. I never take passengers on the back of my bike, but this is removable, so if I ever do want to take passengers, obviously I can remove this. That rear grip, I mean, other than putting a luggage rack on, if you had a pillion passenger, they hold around you anyway. Otherwise, if they hold them on the back, it unstabilises the back. So why do I want that on there? I'm not going to use a rear box. I very rarely, if ever, will have a pillion, so that rear guard can come off. And I will fit this, which is a really beautiful, nice rear seat cowl. It's got this really nice triangle motif on it, which I love because the whole bike has triangles and it has three all over it. So I think this will really suit the bike well. So I'm looking forward to getting this painted up in blue and getting this fitted. I'll be doing a video on these two further down the line, having them painted by a good friend of mine. I'm looking forward to seeing him when I take these down to him. See if I can film having them painted and then fitting them for the first time. Then it'd be great to get your kind of thoughts on what you think of them. So yeah, looking forward to that. Let's move on. Let's get these out of the way, shall we? Now they're out of the way, let's move on to the next bits I've got. Remaining the bits that I have are mainly just for touring, but let me show you this first. This came with the bike. This is the original screen, which you can see it's a bit dirty, it's a bit scratched. Hey, it's a 2006 bike, so this is going to be quite old. It's got a newer screen on it, which comes across here and is slightly higher, so it helps protect a little bit more against that wind blast. It's still not perfect though, which is why I have purchased this, which is only going to be used for touring or long motorway rides. But this is an additional screen that, if you imagine the screen on the bike and it has the screen going across, this fits as an additional lip like this. So it kind of raises up the airflow to go over the helmet. I'm just over 6'2", and I find on the bike the current screen, all it really does is funnel the wind flow straight into my helmet and it pushes my head back. And I get really achy shoulders after riding for long times on motorways. So I'm hoping this will help to funnel the air straight over the top of me. Certainly can't help. I've gone for a clear one. I'll be honest, originally I wanted to order the smoked screen. It turned up with a clear one, so I didn't order it as clear. However, now when it's on the bike, I quite like it. I think with a smoked one, it changes the lines of the bike a lot, whereas the clear one, you almost don't see it. So the bike keeps its lines, but obviously helps with the airflow going over it. So let's take a quick look at what that looks like on the bike, shall we? Okay, so that's the screen. You know, it's removable relatively easy. Doesn't have to stay there all the time. I'll leave it upstairs or in the back of the Mini whenever I'm going on a long ride. I'll just put those screws in, fasten it down, and I think that will really help on the long rides. So also for touring, let's see what I've got for luggage. Okay, so I have these dry bags. I looked at lots of hard case options. I looked at the OEM regulars as well. My bike didn't come with the panniers. Would I have liked the original panniers? Maybe. I've heard a lot of reports that you need internal bags with the standard OEM panniers because they leak and they're not waterproof. Whereas obviously these bags, what I like about them is, you know, I can easily take these off, take them up to the hotel room, take them up to the apartment when I get home. You know, they're waterproof. I think they're actually a lot lighter than the original OEM bags. So these fit on, not crossed. Hey, I could re-record this, but there we go. Let's leave that in there for the sake of it. So these fit over the rear seat. Obviously, when I'm using these, I won't use the cowl which I've got. I will take that off so they fit nice and securely. I'll show you a video of me fitting these in a separate video, but I think these will be really good for keeping my stuff dry. I've put some stuff in them just to show you what they look like, but they've actually probably got twice the capacity of the stuff that I've put in these at the moment, which is just a couple of towels. I think a couple of towels, I think there's a couple of bags in there as well. But yeah, I mean, this probably goes about that wide, about that high, so I think these would be really good. But if ever I need more than these, I've also got this. This I've had for some time now, and it's a great dry bag. This really is. Again, I've put some bits and pieces in it. I think there's an airbed in there at the moment, just to kind of bulk it up to show you what sort of shape it has. So what I'll do, I'll put the two dry bag panniers on either side, and then I'll strap this down to the back seat. So this will hold down that way, and let me show you how much capacity this bag has. So I'm folding. Yeah. I'll put up the details. The two pannier bags are 20 litres each, I believe. This one I can't remember off the top of the head, but I will put it up in the screen so you can see. I'll look that up. But I think between the pannier bags and this, I'm not going to need to take much more luggage than that. Ultimately, obviously it's a bike, I don't want it to weigh too much, I don't want too much weight for when I'm cornering. So between the pannier bags and this bag, I should be good to go. So that's everything. Thanks for watching. Looking forward to fitting all these bits and pieces. I'm really looking forward to going on tour. Going to try and record when I'm on tour. It's going to be so much fun. So I want to visit some beautiful places. Going to go over to the Alps. I'm also going to go to Scotland, Wales, some great roads, see some great videos, and eventually want to go further afield. You know, looking at doing Croatia. Eventually one day I want to do a tour. You know, once I actually drove, funny enough, a Mini, kit car Mini, from London to Mongolia, and that was great, and that was 15 years ago now, so I'd love to do it on a bike, see how the roads have changed, see how the landscape's changed. You know, 15 years on, it's going to be epic. I don't know when I'll get around to doing that. Hopefully it will happen. Hey, I've already done it once, so there's no reason why I can't do it a second time, so keep an eye out for that video. Please watch my other videos. You know, I really appreciate if you enjoy the bike, if you enjoy the Mini, if you enjoy travel. You know, I've got 3 different playlists, one for the Mini and classic car shows, one for the bike, and another one for me travelling. And you know, if you like any of those 3, please go ahead and watch them and enjoy. Thanks, take care.